on humble beginnings.
Adulting is no joke. It's a trap. I had to toughen up. I had to just get out of my shell for me to be able to get ahead in life. When I started in the industry, makeup was really an industry. For me, I've been through a lot. So beauty for me is very personal. So being a makeup artist and a beautypreneur, like we call it, I use what I do to actually empower other people. So now that I think about it, I'm like, it started from kitambo sana. I didn't know like that's what I love, because I used to even take charcoal and put it on my eyebrows. We would take flowers, put it on my lips. When we were I didn't really understand that was my passion. I actually realized when I was in 34-5.
Now that you give us...
Let me tell you, unajua watu wanyanya wa korogosho, by the way those people have money. Look for those people on Sunday and see the way they dress and the cars that they drive. Nimeuza makaa, nimeuza nyanya, nimeuza vitunguu, nyanya, vitunguu, nimeuza popcorn. Kwanza the popcorn part I sold for a long time.
Well, the above snippets are the curtain raisers for today's beautiful episode of Humble Beginnings. And yes, this is a sequel to last week's episode. Rose Ntong'ondu, the founder and CEO of Makeup by Rose brand, is our person of interest. Rising from obscurity in a little village in Meru, she has now evolved to be a respectable colossus in the beauty world. Today, she graciously shares on her wins and losses from the past, her secrets and tactics for the present, and bold dreams for the future. Grab yourself some popcorns. It's gonna be a worthy ride.
Hi, this is Rose Ntong'ondu from Makeup by Rose, and you're watching Humble Beginnings with CaptainKago.
And now you run an empire.
Yeah.
A business brand that is almost synonymous to the one who owns it. Why Makeup by Rose? In a sense.
In a sense.
Were you not scared that one time when Rose is not around,
Yeah.
or when clients come
Yeah.
that they want that Rose?
Yeah.
Does it happen?
So it happens. It actually happened before you came in with a client who just left.
Okay.
So like for me, you see, I started this business when there were like 2 other people. We were like 3 makeup artists. So before it was like everyone was calling themselves makeup by, makeup by. So of course you want to tie your name to the business because you want everyone to know who you are. So that's how I thought before. So now it's actually became a burden a couple of years ago when everyone, like people would come, they want to get their makeup done. I've gone to a meeting, they refuse to be touched by anyone else. It happens even now. But what I've done is I've actually introduced my stuff, like on social media and stuff like that, and it's working. You see, like even if I put up a post about my PA, about my makeup artist, people will come and be like, oh, it's not Riziki, it's Tekla. You know, now it's kind of like, marketing is very, you have to, lazima utumie akili. So that's why you see, like with my makeup brand, I chose to use a different name. But now I can't really change the name, but people know Makeup by Rose is not me. Makeup by Rose is me, it's Tekla, it's Riziki, it's everyone else who's involved in the business, and it's working. So before it was tedious, but right now it's working. It's getting better. So people don't have, sometimes they come say, hi Rose, and then they go and get their stuff done without having to ask me to do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Would they have to pay more when they have to have...
With some services, like with the makeup application, my price is different because of course I have experience. With the skin services, it's the same for me or for my staff.
Ametufunza, like for marketing, people even ask us on individual pages, like you guys, why are you marketing Makeup by Rose like that?
Are you getting paid?
Consistency. It's business, so yeah.
And she also markets your, and I keep
Yes.
seeing her tagging
It is a 50-50. It's a win-win.
Like she said, it's not just about her Makeup by Rose, it's about the entire team.
Yes.
So as much as we are marketing Makeup by Rose, the business to grow, we grow with her. Yeah, which is very important.
Okay.
Yeah.
I could not help but realize that her staff were predominantly female. Where are the men?
Oh, the men. the men, 2 things. No, men are pretty good. If someone is a male makeup artist, but you see, men and women, the way we're wired differently. A woman does it because iko ndani yake. Mwanaume sana sana ni juu ya pesa. So for me, mara mingi yenye nimekuwa na wanaume hapa wameniibia. Number 1, number 2 ni vichwa ngumu. So for me, sometimes I can't deal with men. I can deal with male students, but male staff tutakosana, tuanza kurushiana mangumi hapa. Unajua mimi ni Meru na sitaki tufikanishe hapo. So but most of the times, by the way, you get females looking for the job, not the men. So men, most of them when wanakuja ni they have the passion, they don't really know how to do it, so you have to start from scratch. We actually have some male students venye sahi hawako.
And do you have male clients as well?
Yes, we do. Yes, we do. So for the male clients, we have the facials, we have the skin tags. Sometimes we have the makeup, but they don't come here. We go to them. So with the makeup, they don't do lipstick and foundation. It's just powder and a little bit of lip moisturizer. Yeah, just grooming. For men, we call it grooming. Yeah. Hawataki kuitwa makeup.
Yes, and I hope we'll actually be testing some.
Of course, we will. We will do that. Yeah. Yeah. If a woman comes to you and she wants to get her makeup done, number one, she's going somewhere. She needs to feel a certain way. So it's tied to our emotions, our feelings, our self-esteem, everything. Other times a woman will come to you to get her makeup done, her nails done, her face done, because she's gone through something, she just needs to relax. So zingine akikuja, you'll tell a woman who wants to talk. So sometimes when I'm like, how was your day? She immediately opens up and starts talking. So either she's fought with her husband, the kids wanamsumbua, kazi yendi fit. So beauty will relax us, it will rejuvenate us, so many things. So beauty is personal to women. That's the biggest lesson that I've learned. And it actually changed my business. To the men, for them, it's a necessity. The men who come for grooming, it's because they feel like it's a necessity. And you'll tell a guy who does that, they're very well groomed, even the way they dress and stuff like that. You'll tell, hizo makucha hazikuangi hivyo. Amepitia salon. There are men who even wear not lip balm, but lip moisturizer. It's okay. And you see, sometimes men think, because they're too macho. Parara lips. Sometimes even women like men who are a little bit groomed. So for the men, it's the ones who come, for them it's a necessity. So maybe because of the place of work, their nature of job and etc.
Okay.
From her experience, do men and women view beauty from the same lenses?
If a woman comes to you and she wants to get her makeup done, number one, she's going somewhere, she needs to feel a certain way. So it's tied to our emotions, our feelings, our self-esteem, everything. Other times a woman will come to you to get her makeup done, her nails done, her face done, because she's gone through something, she just needs to relax. So zingine akikuja, you'll tell a woman who wants to talk. So sometimes when I'm like, how was your day? She immediately opens up and starts talking. So either she's fought with her husband, the kids wanamsumbua, kazi yendi fit. So beauty will relax us, it will rejuvenate us, so many things. So beauty is personal to women. That's the biggest lesson that I've learned. And it actually changed my business. Immediately I learned that, it changed my, yeah. To the men, for them, it's a necessity. The men who come for grooming, it's because they feel like it's a necessity. And you'll tell a guy who does that, they're very well groomed, even the way they dress and stuff like that. You'll tell, hizo makucha hazikuangi hivyo. Amepitia salon. There are men who even wear not lip balm, but lip moisturizer. It's okay. And you see, sometimes men think, because they're too macho. Parara lips. Sometimes even women like men who are a little bit groomed. So for the men, it's the ones who come, for them it's a necessity. So maybe because of the place of work, their nature of job and etc.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting. Let's talk about Ruby Ella. We started with Makeup by Rose.
Yeah.
And then now Ruby Ella. And Ruby Ella is a name that sparks a lot of emotions in your heart.
Yeah.
Because it reminds you about the past in your mom.
Yeah.
It also reminds you about the present in your cute daughter.
Yeah.
But also, it also projects the future through your product. What's in a name?
Well, let me tell you, I didn't think there was a lot in a name until I lost my mom. So for me, before you asked about Makeup by Rose, I didn't want, because I want to leave a legacy, and I actually want to leave a legacy in my daughter, who is like my mom. So I named my daughter after my mom. So first, I named my daughter Ruby 6 years before she was born. I knew if I had a daughter, I would call her Ruby. So I even have an email address from 15 years ago, Rubiella. Yeah, I still use it. So the reason why I love the name Ruby, because it means precious, and it's a precious stone. I love it. So I said, if I ever have a daughter, I'll call her that. And then my mom died. And then immediately after my mom died, I realized I was pregnant with a daughter. So somehow I had to name her after my mom. So I added Ella. My mom's name is Elizabeth. So instead of calling my daughter Elizabeth, I called her Ella. So Ruby Ella.
Wow.
So I merged the names, it became Ruby Ella. So it made more sense for me, because I wanted to leave a legacy in my daughter, and then again to remember my mom, because she was my biggest fan. So it means a lot to me. It actually makes so much more sense for me than Makeup by Rose.
And as she worked tirelessly to come up with products that were not just good for the market, but also for her personal consumption, quality was a top priority.
And again, because I know clients love foreign brands and we have very good manufacturers outside, that I decided to manufacture them in Canada.
Oh,
Yeah.
in Canada?
Yeah.
How did you form those networks? Why Canada?
It was hard. It was like a 6-year process. Like, because I didn't know how to begin. Like, even the people that have their own brands, I've asked them, like, how do I go about it? They don't tell you, the way people are. So I had to kind of like stumble about, and then finally I got someone. So actually, after I did some expos, some international expos, that's when I came about and got some contacts. And like this one is a manufacturing company. I have another one in the US. So I have 2. Yeah. So, but I like this one better. Okay. Yeah. Going outside to Canada, it's another whole ball game. Like, these ones don't mess around. Like, you have to go to a chemist first and then the manufacturer. The chemist is the one who comes up with the formulation, and then the manufacturer will mass produce. So like the chemist, they don't have time. They send you an email, you don't have to spend within 2 days, they're done with you. Yeah, so you don't, they don't. So like for me, coming up with this, every time I look at it, sometimes I don't believe I have it. So we have a makeup line of like 40 products, but we've only launched 5. You see, even these ones have not been launched yet, like the lippies. For now, we've launched the foundation, the concealer, the powder, primer, and setting spray. Because it's an expensive venture, so you have to do it kidogo. But by the end of the year, I'll have launched everything.
The end of this year.
Yes.
While at it, don't be deceived by the current glory. Her story was different a few years back.
Nimeuza makaa, nimeuza nyanya, nimeuza vitunguu, nimeuza popcorn. Kwanza the popcorn part I sold for a long time.
And that's what this show is all about. Not just telling your story of humble beginnings, but tracing the evidence to any room and street that possibly bears that memory. Go refill your popcorns. We'll be right back after this break.
You're watching Look Up TV.
Welcome back, and if you just jetted in, today we're all about beauty, and our flight has touched ground at the Makeup by Rose Parlor, right at the heart of the Nairobi CBD. Rose Ntong'ondu continues with her story.
So your work makes you interact with very many people.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And celebs as well. I don't know if that makes you a celebrity makeup artist.
I don't, people will give you different names. For me, I am just Rose, though I work on celebs as well. But I've interacted with very many people. Like, I'm sure you know her.
Yes.
I did Fidel Odinga's wedding. I've done Judy Kibaki's 50th birthday. But for me, for some reason, it's not a huge deal to me anymore. I think working on celebs, like, I actually avoid it these days. Story for another day. But I think that's the biggest dream that upcoming makeup artists have is working on a celebrity. Because I don't know why people make you feel like you need to work on a celebrity to actually be someone or be somewhere. Though it's something that we are told early on when we start in the industry. So I actually worked very hard to work on celebrities. It was the biggest thing. I remember the first time I went to the Nation and I was looking for a job as a makeup artist, they asked me, have you worked on any celebrities? At that time, I didn't even know what a celebrity meant.
And
it's just something that's in the industry that people have, that if someone has worked on a celebrity, they're a big thing. And it's not. Though I thank God for the ones that I've worked on, because I've worked on, like, working on Judy Kibaki, working on Fidel Odinga's wedding was a huge thing for me. Actually pushes you in your career. But then again, depends with which celebrity. Because again, for me, I always look for value. Whatever you do, it needs to add value, whether they're paying or not. It needs to add value, especially if they're not paying. Because with celebrities, many times they will not want to pay. Because they're like, my brand, exactly. For me, you can't give me exposure right now. I give myself exposure, and I feel like I've paid my dues.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Randomly,
Yeah.
what are some of the names you've actually
Kate Actress, Tanasha Donna, Eric Omondi. I've worked with Akode, the daughters, with Joyce Omondi, Janet Mbugwa. I was her personal makeup artist.
Your success is well documented. Please tell us about a time when you fell flat and you knew this was a failure. Have you ever hit that rock bottom, or I think that you didn't up and on
Where, like in the business? I have many times. I've made the biggest thing that I did in Nyeri Choma. I opened a branch at City Mall Nyali in Mombasa. Now, you know the biggest mistake, like for me, before I do anything, I do my research. Like I'm very good at that. I will read, I will talk to people that have done it. That one, I didn't do my homework. I just went down, paid rent, and started. Do you know ilinichoma 1.8 million shillings? I lost 1.8 million shillings. I almost got sued because I had to cancel my lease. My lease was for 6 years in a mall. That's the normal. I only did 1 year. Total hasara, because this branch was paying the rent, was paying all of my workers. No business. The biggest lesson that I learned is, let's say for example, if you want to open another branch, please go over there and stay there for a couple of days. Ask the people around how business is. Learn how the people operate, because you see, like Mombasa, completely different from Nairobi. Even from the way they talk, from the way they behave, from when they wake up. So you see, like over here, we're used to like doing services at 5 a.m., 6 a.m., 7, mpaka usiku. Mombasa, they show up at 2. Sasa, if you show up at 2, how am I going to pay my rent? And then they come, I want haraka, and then they want to bargain a lot. So I realized, like, number one, the location was wrong for that type of business, because I invested a lot. It was twice as big as this. So I'm going back, but now with a different mind, with more knowledge. So I know exactly what to do. But nilichomeka, and then you know that legal battle between your lawyer and their lawyers. They're like, you've cancelled the lease 5 years early, we are going to sue you. And then inafika mahali unaambia, basi sue me, sasa tutafanya nini? There's nothing I can do. But hapo, biggest lesson ever. Hiyo nilichomeka, nilianguka flat.
You were to gift her with something that you think she would value.
That's something she would value.
Something she would value. What would that be?
If it was me, I would do a magic that all our products are here. I think, I've seen her, how she travels to make everything be here, the BPs and everything. Because there's so much more to this, apart from the 5 products that she's launched. So, I would do a magic. Everything wherever.
I will reopen that branch in Mombasa. More job opportunities.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so how she would reopen the branch in Mombasa? The rest?
Not you? The money.
I thought you were answering.
Rose, anything, be it small, be it big. She's happy. She appreciates. So hata sasa hivi ukitoka hapo uende umbaie nini maua ama kiatu, atabaka atalia. Anaanza kulia. Wewe umeni and she's just happy. So that's what I'm saying. Hata sijui ni kiatu ama
buy her those bodycons.
Bodycons. I think bodycons. Body dresses. I think unaweza tu Dubai nimbaye dresses, bodycons na nini nimletee. Amalize tu just a closet hapo. Now she'll be changing every day sasa hivi she's just happy. But overall she appreciates anything you give.
No matter how
hata hii ukienda umpatie saa hii na hata umetumia Rose shida. Thank you. Oh my God. Right. So, for us, anything you just get her, she's so much okay. She appreciates, sana.
She said she'd like to, when she retires, to leave a country. I can build her a house. A beautiful house. She'll forever remember me because she'll be living in that house.
Okay. I then ask her about her award-winning makeup training that attracts legions. What is so unique about it?
Actually, the Makeup by Rose training is derived from my experiences as a makeup artist. So you will never find the same training in any other company. It's completely different. The business classes that I give, I teach from an angle of my experience. Like the things that I've done that did not work, the things that I've done that worked. So actually, everyone who takes that advice, it works 100%. It works 100%.
Because it's what you tried and tested.
Yes, tried and tested. And plus, it's to protect them from making the same mistakes that I did. So they will go and, Najua, Rose did this, it didn't work. Rose said, if I do this, it will work. And it actually works. I teach them about social media, marketing, branding yourself, you know, like how do you show up as a makeup artist a lot. So it's derived from my experiences.
And I got to interact with some of the students in her business class.
Hi. Hi. What's your beautiful name?
My name is Caroline Maina. Tabby Tabs.
Tabby Tabs.
Yes.
All right. And you've been here for training?
Yes, I was here for training at Makeup by Rose. From the month of January to February.
Out of the many options you had, why did you pick up Makeup by Rose for your training?
Mimi nilikuwa napenda makeup kimwenyewe. So nilikuwa tu Facebook, shughuli zangu za Facebook, then nikaona Rose. Nikaangalia kazi yake, nikaona imenibamba, then I talked to my mom. Tukakuja hadi hapa. Actually, I didn't choose, but I've been following Makeup by Rose all my life. So I was lucky to be among the few that was chosen to be like, it was under the scholarship that she was having. So I was the lucky winner. Yeah.
You have a chance with Rose to travel with her on the plane. Probably go to Maldives with her. What 2 questions would you ask her?
Venye alimake up mpaka akafika hadi hapa, alifanya mpaka akafika hadi hapa. Yeah, na venye amekuwa kikopa up na hii maisha ya up and down. How she managed to bring beauty Rubiela products, because mimi bado sijui vile hizo products zinatengenezwa and stuff. So naweza taka sana kujua vile anazi import. Another thing, how she managed to have that glow on her face, knowing that ana manage a lot of staffs. How does she keep, like, anajieka aje kukua that calm and that simple, yet she's a big name.
And what do they think about her personality?
Rose ni msemfiti sana. Yeah, Rose ni mpoa. Siku ya kwanza kumuona nilikuwa at least namuogopa kidogo, but when nilikuja nikamzoea, yeah, kwa sawa sana. Hatuwezi sema ndo mwenye hapa. Yes, she's a boss, but she doesn't look like a boss. I don't know if you get me. She knows how to mingle with her staff and students. She's one lady that inspires so many people. Like, ukimwangalia tu tayari unajua tu sha make it. Hata kama bado hauna anything, unajua sha make it. Yes, that is Rose for me.
What does success look like through your eyes? What would make you believe that I've actually become as successful, at least as her?
When I have my own makeup studio, that one will be a very huge success to me. I want to have my own spa. Yeah, na studio. Na hata mimi nikuwe pia mimi niko na yangu. Yeah, but mtu anaanza pole pole ndo until unafika hapo.
It is my job to take care of women na knowledge yenye niko nayo. You see, there's something that my pastor taught us in one sermon. He was giving us a story of people that were moving a very heavy piano. So it was very heavy. Alafu wamechanganyikiwa wanashindwa hii piano ita move nini. Akawaambia, it's very simple. Live to where you stand. Malume simama shikilia wacha kushindwa kama ita move na ita move. Si wote tukishika. So for me, mali nimeshikilia ni makeup and beauty. So if I can use my skill and what I know to inspire people, which I do, that's my purpose. Yes.
Okay. And which Rose do you prefer? The one who's now in the spotlight or the one who was just...
I prefer the Rose at home with no makeup. Because now my life, because people expect too much of me. Like people, because they see you wearing so many hats and the things that you do. At times you get emails and messages. People think I have superpowers, and it takes a toll on my health as well. It actually did. That's why I got the hormonal imbalance. Because I was working too much, not eating right, not sleeping right. I prefer the Rose who's at home sleeping, playing with my kids. She's easy. Ana mambo mob.
Does she foresee a time when her business can run without her in the picture?
I thought 2021 was going to be an easier year for me. I think because we are recovering from 2021. Whatever I didn't do then, I'm doing it now. Like I've just gotten a Makeup by Rose van, which is a huge thing, something that my mother prayed for. So I'm branding it and I'll be launching it in a few weeks, in like a week. So you see, I can't sleep because again, I need to go on with my work. Again, I have products that are stuck. I foresee it next year, not this year, not this year. Because by the end of the year, God willing, I will have launched every one of the Makeup by Rose, the Rubiela products, so I can rest next year. Sasa hawa wanaweza run biashara. Wanipigiange tu simu.
All said and done, she has a silent prayer. Her daughter.
And my biggest fear is her not following in our footsteps. That really scares me. Oh my God. That's my biggest worry. Like, my daughter is too comfortable. Kaneza kuja kaona ni kama katapewa tu.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And after a long day,
They say energy is more attractive than beauty in a man. But Rose wants to convince me otherwise. She says a combination of both is magical. Why not try it out with the expert herself?
Hi, Kago.
Awesome.
after getting the glow, it's time for the crossfire.
Tell me about your worst date.
Woi, let me tell you, the funny thing, I've not dated many people. I think in my life I've dated 3. The worst date. Okay, I can't remember. Me, I think the worst date is, in my mind, is having someone who you have nothing in common to. Me, if you're not intelligent, hatutakuwa na conversation. Hatutaendelea. Dancing or singing? Okay, let's go with singing.
Singing.
Perfume. 25K. Hata me, I was like, what the hell? Yeah, but I love smelling nice, so I invest in that.
Okay.
Maldives. The Maldives and Maldives. Yo. Oh my God, I'm a Porsche. Ni Porsche, I'm a Porsche. I love it. It just looks really nice. Unapiga tu picha hapo the whole day. Why WhatsApp and Facebook?
Facebook.
Wachana hata na Instagram, WhatsApp and Facebook, because I use it for business. The villain. I don't know. I love strong roles. Like I would love to play Catwoman. I don't know, something about.
50.
Yeah, I would actually love to have like a superpower.
Okay.
Mama Ngina Kenyatta.
Ooh.
Yeah, or Margaret.
Why?
I don't know. There's something, especially the president's wife. There's something about her. She's very calm and she looks like a really nice person. So like the reason why I'd love to do her makeup is just to have a conversation with her. I would love to know how she thinks. Yeah, rural, not urban. I want a place where it's quiet and I can just grow old looking at the cows. Even in Meru, by the way, I don't mind. Urban, no, too much noise. When I have my own Makeup by Rose plane, which will happen.
Hey.
Trust me, it will happen. Until I have a 7, inaitangwa Boeing 777.
Yes.
Yo. Iko na logo ya Makeup by Rose, siachi makeup. Whenever I'm with these people, my staff, or like whenever we go for a movie or whatever, just something just happens. I don't know. I think my staff have brought out something in me. That's when I'm me. That's when I'm now Rose herself, not Makeup by Rose.
And that has been our episode this week on Humble Beginnings right here at Makeup by Rose, interviewing this amazing, phenomenal woman, Rose Ntong'ondu, who is a force to reckon with in the beauty industry. But beyond her skills, beyond her glow, she's passed it on. In fact, she says that it takes a strong woman to raise another strong woman. And she's been raised by the mom, the late, and evidently from the ladies around. This is the girl squad. Another generation saying, you know what? We have harnessed so much from her. And we're glad she took the journey of humble beginnings. Till next week, keep it right here. Look Up TV. This is yours truly, CaptainKago.